promise you, this time the judges won't need to be there. If it's Khamzat, you think you're strong, you think you're powerful, you have not felt anything. And I can't wait till I see it on his face, because I see it on every single person I fight's face. When they realize, oh shit, that's the message.
What is it that you can do to Khamzat that the rest of the division has failed to do so far?
Beat him.
How so?
I can beat Khamzat. I know for a fact Khamzat is shooting. That's a fact. I don't think, just like everybody else, he knows what he's going to feel when he... Is Khamzat going to be able to take me down? Absolutely. Absolutely, he'll be able to take me down. This is how a fight works. I would hope so. Isn't he like some Swedish champion or something? I would hope he could take me down. But then he has to deal with me on the ground, and he has to keep me there. Can I take Khamzat down? Absolutely. Am I going to take Khamzat down? Absolutely. And then we're entering an area that he doesn't know. He got taken down by Gilbert Burns. He got taken down by Usman. We've seen him being as dominant as anybody can be in the first round. We've seen him being as exhausted as anybody can be in the third round. This is a 5-rounder. With people that train with him, so I think that will probably be, but that's also hard to go on because nobody wants to really give anything away. But I don't think myself and Khamzat has really, maybe he has, he's trained with Till, which I fought. He's trained with Strickland, which I fought. And I guess that's going to be the only benchmarks for me. But, when it comes to strength, there's not even a doubt in my mind that, Khamzat is a strong guy, but I know for a fact that he's never felt power like this.
I am not the best grappler, wrestler, or striker. In MMA, I'm the best. When we mix it all up, I am. That's why I have this. That's why the man has had every opportunity by anybody who means anything to get this, and he still couldn't do it. For me, let's just fight. Get it over with. Let's do it.
The middleweight division just caught fire again as Dricus Du Plessis finally broke his silence and responded to Khamzat Chimaev with bold confidence, declaring himself the top middleweight in the world and promising to prove it when they face off. While he acknowledged Chimaev's talent and aggression, Du Plessis made it clear that being wild isn't enough to beat someone as tough and battle-tested as him. He believes Chimaev will struggle against a fighter who can match his physicality but bring far more experience to the table. With these words, the rivalry has officially begun, and things just got personal.
Yeah, I think Khamzat is an incredible fighter, but you're fighting in the top 5 of the UFC. Everybody's incredible fighters. Khamzat is an absolute animal, absolutely. But you look at the Gilbert Burns fight, which you could have scored either way. You look at the Kamaru Usman fight, and you go, yeah, he did beat Robert Whittaker, but obviously his teeth broke back. It's unfortunate. He is really good. So, deserving of a title shot 100% after that performance. It's just an idea that I'm running by. John Jones is the only current American UFC champion, right?
Yep.
So now you have to ask your question, UFC is a massive American company.
Mm-hmm.
Is that...
Oh, shit. 170? Who's 170 champ? That's Bilal Muhammad? Yeah,
Bilal.
You're kind of right. Yeah, I think it's the...
I can't believe you just said, who is the 170 champ? Oh, that's the best here.
I love Bilal Muhammad.
In a recent podcast episode, Joe Rogan explained why Khamzat Chimaev is such a dangerous force in the middleweight division. He described Khamzat as a relentless grappler with world-class wrestling and explosive striking, making him a nightmare for nearly any opponent. Rogan noted that once Chimaev gets control on the ground, it's like being dragged into deep waters. Most fighters simply can't escape. But it's not just the grappling that's intimidating. His striking is sharp, powerful, and always looking for the finish. At 185 pounds, Rogan said, Khamzat is an unstoppable machine. One slip, and he'll capitalize instantly.
Just the amount of technique that Khamzat has and the intensity of his attack is unlike anybody else. He's so talented. He's so good at grappling, and his stand-up is fucking dangerous too. And I think he's way better at 185. I really do. I think at 170 he was killing himself to make that weight. And now you see him at 185. I think he has more energy. He's more than big enough for those guys. He's huge. He's a big guy. He's good, man. He's really
Joe Rogan couldn't stop praising Khamzat Chimaev's dominant win over Robert Whittaker, calling it one of the most commanding performances he's ever witnessed. On his podcast, Rogan described how Chimaev stormed forward with relentless aggression, giving the former champion no space to operate. He highlighted how Chimaev's non-stop pressure, speed, and perfectly timed takedowns completely disrupted Whittaker's rhythm. Rogan compared it to watching a wild predator go after its prey, noting that very few fighters possess the physical intensity and mental drive Chimaev brought to the cage that night. For Rogan, this wasn't just a victory, it was a powerful message that Chimaev isn't just knocking on the door of the division's elite, he's already arrived.
like this was just a overwhelming victory. Khamzat just charged in, dove in, got him down, and mauled him until he broke his face.
Do you think it's different with Du Plessis? Because he can wrestle.
He can wrestle. He's got very good jiu-jitsu. He hits fucking hard, and he's a big, durable dude. But I don't know if he's going to be able to wrestle with that guy. Like, I don't know, man. The Khamzat skill is so high level, it makes me wonder. It's like there's some guys, like you see it in jiu-jitsu. There's some guys that look really good until they fight somebody who's really, really good. And then they get manhandled.
Praise didn't stop there. Joe Rogan went on to highlight Khamzat Chimaev's grappling as something truly special. On his podcast, Rogan described Chimaev's ground control and dominance as being on an entirely different level from the rest of the middleweight division. He likened Chimaev's style to a relentless storm that gives opponents no time to recover or defend. Rogan emphasized how Chimaev's unique mix of speed, raw power, and technical precision makes even top-tier grapplers look outmatched. In his words, once Chimaev grabs hold of you, the fight is essentially over. Very few can withstand that kind of suffocating pressure.
Brian can do that to anybody. Like, is Khamzat at that level? Well, it kind of appears that he is. It appears that he's, in terms of like the grappling that he possesses, seems magnitudes greater than anybody else in his division.
But it's that skill thing that we talk about. When you can have athleticism, you can have strength, but when you come up against someone whose skill is far superior to yours, eventually you're going to burn out because there's only a finite amount of strength and power that you have got. And eventually, if you're fighting somebody who can match you physically, but also has the skill on top of it, I mean, you're kind of done, really, unless you get lucky with...
Michael Bisping had strong words of praise for Dricus Du Plessis, calling him one of the most underrated yet dangerous all-around fighters in the UFC. According to Bisping, Du Plessis might not always bring flash, but he's brutally effective, relentless, and knows how to perform under pressure. With awkward movement, constant forward pressure, and raw strength, DDP keeps opponents guessing. Bisping highlighted his toughness, solid cardio, and the way he seamlessly blends striking with grappling, making him a tough challenge for anyone who overlooks him. However, Bisping also offered a warning for Khamzat Chimaev. While recognizing Chimaev's power and explosiveness, he stressed that conditioning could be a key factor. If Chimaev doesn't manage his energy or improve his gas tank, Du Plessis has the tools to push him into the later rounds and expose a potential weakness in his game.
But I'm telling you, Dricus Du Plessis is gigantic for a middleweight as well. He's a very, very strong guy. He's got great jiu-jitsu. He's got excellent conditioning. Now, the conditioning is going to be key for Khamzat because moving up to 185, the conditioning will be improved. The strength will be improved. He can take on more nutrients. He can recover better between training sessions.
Michael Bisping shared his thoughts on how Khamzat Chimaev might approach his fight against Dricus Du Plessis, predicting that Chimaev will come out aggressively, looking to overwhelm the champion in the early moments. Bisping believes Chimaev will charge forward with intensity, aiming for a quick finish, a strategy that aligns with his usual style. While this fast-paced attack could work if he manages to catch Du Plessis off guard or secure an early takedown, Bisping also cautioned that it comes with serious risks. If Du Plessis can survive the initial storm, things could shift dramatically. Bisping pointed out that Du Plessis excels in tough, drawn-out battles and has the resilience to take over if Chimaev starts to tire. In Bisping's view, that early blitz might be Chimaev's best shot, but it could also leave him vulnerable if it doesn't work.
He's going to go full steam ahead. Khamzat Chimaev's going to go right at him. He ain't going to fuck about. He's going to swing for the fence. He's going to pick him up. He's going to try and slam him down. He's going to go berserk. He's going to go mental. And that's what we love about him. And that's why we can't wait to see this fight. But if he doesn't get him out of there in the first round or the second round, and he's starting to gas come round 3 and round 4 and round 5, he is looking to be anywhere else but in the middle of the octagon in the United Center, right? Dricus Du Plessis is going to take over. And that man is a big, powerful son of a bitch. And he is a finisher as well. 9 knockouts, 11 submissions. 11 submissions, right? I told you before, he choked out an entire Gracie Barra black belt jiu-jitsu team, one after the other. He's got tremendous wrestling. He's got very good jiu-jitsu. He's got a unique style of striking, but it is super effective.
Although Dricus Du Plessis currently holds the middleweight championship, betting odds have leaned in favor of Khamzat Chimaev, a move that didn't sit right with Michael Bisping. He called the odds unfair to Du Plessis, arguing that the South African champion has more than proven himself. Bisping pointed out that Du Plessis defeated top names like Robert Whittaker and Derek Brunson, yet still finds himself labeled the underdog. While Bisping acknowledged Chimaev's talent and growing reputation, he emphasized that overlooking Du Plessis' achievements and grit is a serious mistake. In his opinion, the fight is much more evenly matched than the numbers suggest.
Tell me what you think about this. Tell me who you think wins the fight. I can't wait for it, but I just think the fact that Khamzat is the favorite, I think that's a little disrespectful to Dricus Du Plessis and what he's been doing in this sport.
Michael Bisping also gave high praise to Khamzat Chimaev, calling him one of the most dangerous finishers in the UFC, placing him in the same top-tier category as Tom Aspinall. According to Bisping, Chimaev doesn't enter the cage to play it safe or win on points. He's there to end the fight. Whether it's through relentless ground and pound or quick, punishing submissions, Chimaev brings constant danger from the very first second. Bisping pointed out that when Chimaev steps in to face current middleweight champion Dricus Du Plessis, he'll be aiming for a decisive finish to preserve his reputation as a killer inside the octagon. A dominant stoppage over someone like Du Plessis, Bisping said, would not only make a bold statement to the rest of the division but also solidify Chimaev's status as one of the most ruthless finishers in the sport.
When it comes to being effective, Khamzat Chimaev is right up there. He's one of the best finishers that we have in mixed martial arts right now. In fact, I will say the 2 best finishers in all of MMA right now, Tom Aspinall and Khamzat Chimaev. Khamzat, 14 fights, 12 stoppages, 2 decisions, as I said earlier. And I'm telling you, he's going to try and finish Dricus Du Plessis straight away. And that's his best bet. Now, Dricus Du Plessis, this man's on fire, right? He's 23-2 overall. He's on an 11-fight win streak. He's got 10 wins in the UFC. And of course, this will be his 3rd title defense. He beat Sean Strickland by unanimous decision. He choked out Israel Adesanya in the 4th round. And he took the belt, as we know, in a close split decision victory over Sean Strickland way back at UFC 297. But they always say when you become the champion, you get 30% better. This man is improving all the time. He's got tremendous grappling of his own. If Khamzat Chimaev thinks that he's going to go out there and just take down Dricus Du Plessis and just choke him out, right, like he's some schmuck.
Chael Sonnen openly backed Khamzat Chimaev's aggressive game plan against Dricus Du Plessis, saying it's exactly the kind of approach Boers needs to bring. Sonnen agreed that charging in early and applying overwhelming pressure is Chimaev's smartest path to victory. He applauded the strategy, noting that if Chimaev can take Du Plessis down quickly, stay active, and never let up, even elite fighters struggle to recover under that kind of pressure. While Sonnen acknowledged Du Plessis as a tough and resilient champion, he believes Chimaev's relentless early attack could break him before he settles into the fight. For Sonnen, it's all about dominating space, controlling the pace, and setting the tone from the opening bell, and he believes Chimaev is perfectly built to do just that.
You believed as recently as Chimaev's last fight that nobody could touch him. And you're a very fickle group. And can he beat him? That's between those two. How does he beat him? He starts with plan A, which is to take him down and maul him. And if that doesn't work, which in the past it hasn't, he attempts to bludgeon him on his feet more than he gets bludgeoned. That's the answer to the question. That's how Chimaev would.
Middleweight legend Israel Adesanya offered a thoughtful perspective on the high-stakes clash between Dricus Du Plessis and Khamzat Chimaev, giving a slight edge to Du Plessis. While he acknowledged Chimaev's relentless style, dominant wrestling, and killer instinct, Adesanya highlighted DDP's well-rounded game as the difference-maker. According to Izzy, Du Plessis combines powerful striking, solid grappling, and exceptional durability, along with the mental strength needed to stay composed under fire. He believes that if Du Plessis can survive the early aggression Chimaev is known for, the tide could shift in his favor as the fight progresses. In Adesanya's view, Du Plessis' ability to stay calm and use his diverse skill set makes him a serious challenge, even for a proven finisher like Chimaev.
Dricus versus Sean, our arch nemesis.
Yeah.
How do we think that rematch plays out?
I haven't thought about it. But if I'm going to give the edge to anyone, to be Dricus.
This isn't just another matchup. It's a clash between two of the most dangerous middleweights in the game. One thrives in chaos, the other in grit. Khamzat Chimaev is stepping in to make a brutal statement, while Dricus Du Plessis aims to show he's not just wearing the belt, he's the one who ends the hype. Will Chimaev's storm be too much, or will Du Plessis hold firm and prove the doubters wrong? Drop your predictions in the comments. Who keeps the gold, and who earns the glory? Hit that like button if you've got your pick locked in, and don't forget to subscribe for more intense fight breakdowns. This one's going to be fireworks, don't blink.